Everyone, Smart around here, and welcome to a discussion video on Cashback, a counter trap that came out in Abyss Rising as a short print, and it may have impact on the meta today. So Cashback is a counter trap that activates when a spell trap or monster effect is activated by paying life points as a cost. You negate the activation and then you return it to the deck. If you can't negate the activation, it doesn't get returned to the deck, but in that sense, it is wiretap for anything that has a cost of life points. In particular, this is going to affect Kozmo decks. Kozmos have, well, the little guys, well, little girls, have all their effects based on life points to some extent. Kozmo Strawman, Kozmo Fangirl, Kozmo Wicked Witch, and Kozmo Good Witch all have those restraints. They have to pay life points to activate their effects. Kozmo Fangirl is the most potent of these because it can search out anything Kozmo from your deck, which is very good, and then they'll attack out into the big ships and you're kind of screwed over. Cashback comes into this by negating that effect. They still took the life points that they would pay for that effect, but it would then shuffle in that card, and that would hinder their consistency because they have to now redraw that same Kozmo Fangirl or add it to the hand through something like Kozmo Town being destroyed. So it can be a bit of a dangerous card. It's also very funny because it's a 30p short print card versus a 50 quid ultra rare, which can cause a little salt. I would suggest this if you feel that Imperial Iron Wall at 3 in your side deck is not enough for the Kozmo matchup. I know I'm citing this for Kozmos at the present moment. I have tried it IRL and it is really funny. And it did actually work, although there is problems that it is only more or less for one specific deck, which is Kozmo. It can also hinder other decks though, mainly Clanblade, which all take usage of instant fusion, which pays 1000 life points to activate effects. So you can use that against them, although it's not as consistent because they can do a lot of other stuff without Northern access. So it's not always advised for that matchup. But it can also hinder some of the new cards that are coming out. Well, one of the new cards and one of the most current cards that you'd see in most main decks, which is Solemn Warning and will hinder Solemn Notice. Both pay life points quite a lot, and they are counter traps, so you can only counter them with counter traps. So you would need something like Wiretap or Cashback to put them back into the deck. And also hinders consistency, although if they're using Ariadne the Absolver, that isn't really going to be that much of a problem. But yeah, it's depending on what your playstyle is. If you feel that Kozmo will be too much for your deck, Cashback would be a nice alternative, although it doesn't work very effectively against Stormforth or Reasoning Kozmos. It can be quite effective if they are utilizing the effects of the little ones, in particular Kozmo Fangirl. So this is some underrated tech that you could choose to use in your deck that could be kind of make you stand out from the crowd, but it has its risks that it is only really for the Kozmo matchup. Although it does give you quite a lot of results, it can be based on what your opponent plays as well. If they're playing a reasoning form, they will have the big ships and they may not even use the little ones at that point in time. So it is depending on your matchups. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little discussion video on Cashback. It's a very nice tech. I'm using it currently in Magic Spectres, and it backs up my Imperial Iron Walls and Wiretaps and Cyber Dragon Dre, which is all good. So yeah, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe if you enjoyed this and want to see further content. Please leave your comments below if you've got suggestions for decks or suggestions for my channel in general. If you want to duel me on DevPro, hit me up when I'm online. And yeah, thank you for watching. Madarant, signing out.